Celtic have been in a lot of transfer speculations since the end of the season. Today we have been handed a mega boost with regard to one of our targets. We will discuss this in today's video whilst going over all the latest news from the last 24 hours. But first, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. Newcastle United are reportedly closely eyeing a move for Celtic's Cune this summer, with Chronicle Live reporting the Magpies have been monitoring the winger during the last transfer window. The Germany winger had a respectable campaign, delivering a return of 21 goals and 15 assists last season. Newcastle scouts have kept tabs on him throughout the campaign, attending several Premiership matches to see him in action. Celtics reportedly value Cune around the £15 million mark. That would reflect a big profit from his move from Rapid Vienna. Meanwhile, Bundesliga side RB Leipzig are also watching, keeping the pressure on any potential suitors. But anyone watching regularly knows the Germany-born winger's form tailed off badly in the second half of the season. Celtic fans were left frustrated as Cune struggled to impact big games, and questions began to surface over his end product and decision-making under pressure. With interest building and the club keen to make a healthy return on their initial outlay, a summer exit would be no surprise, and in some quarters even welcomed. Newcastle, meanwhile, are weighing up their options out wide. After being quoted a steep fee for Anthony Elanga, the Magpies have turned their attention to alternative targets. Cune, who is left-footed but prefers playing off the right, has remained on their radar, with scouts attending multiple Celtic matches during the campaign. Celtic's valuation reflects the kind of European-level exposure Cune brings. Despite his domestic drop-off, he netted 3 times and assisted once in the Champions League, a stat likely to appeal to Premier League clubs looking for experience at the top level. For Celtic, cashing in now would allow reinvestment ahead of a crucial season. Whether Newcastle are willing to meet the asking price remains to be seen, but there's little doubt Cune's days in Glasgow could be numbered. Newcastle's transfer plans are in a state of transition, with Chronicle Live reporting that sporting director Paul Mitchell will depart at the end of June. Eddie Howe and recruitment staff are expected to take the lead going forward. Now for the main story. Celtic are reportedly weighing up a move for Guingamp midfielder Kalidou Cidai, with reports in France suggesting a £1.7 million bid may already be in play. The 25-year-old is attracting interest after a strong season in League Two, and Celtic appear to be among the clubs monitoring his situation closely. The 6'6" midfielder has emerged as a standout performer in the French second tier, offering a physical presence that would bring something different to Brendan Rodgers' midfield options. His profile fits the mould of players Celtic have targeted in recent windows: young, undervalued, and with room to grow. Guingamp's failure to win promotion back to League One has opened the door for key departures, and Cidai looks among the most likely to move on. While negotiations are believed to be at an early stage, sources in France claim initial discussions have taken place, and Celtic could look to move quickly if competition intensifies. Club president Fred Legrand has also hinted that a departure may be on the cards, noting that while the transfer market has been quiet, Cidai is one of the few players who could leave in the coming weeks. He said this: "The market is calm, it's even very unusual, there are discussions, but nothing's happening, nothing concrete, but Kalidou Cidai has potential exit plans," Fred Legrand concluded. Cidai joined Guingamp from Toulouse in 2023 and has since established himself as a key figure in the heart of midfield. His combination of physicality and technical ability has made him a dependable performer, and at just 25, there's potential for further development under the right guidance. For Celtic, a move at the reported £1.7 million mark would represent a low-risk investment with potentially high upside. With the squad set for additions this summer, Cidai could fill a gap that's been clear for years. Brendan Rodgers has spoken previously about the need to add different attributes to his side, and Cidai's stature and style could offer the kind of midfield steel that has been lacking both domestically and in Europe. The coming days will show whether Celtic decide to press ahead with a formal offer. With Guingamp open to a sale and the player seemingly ready for a step up, the door is open for a deal to be struck. In other news, Tierney has returned to Celtic, but the 28-year-old defender's injury history means Brendan Rodgers will have to be smart with how he uses him. The left-back has had several setbacks over the years, and managing his fitness will be crucial as he begins this new chapter in Glasgow. The former Arsenal man arrives with plenty of experience, but also with a body that's been through a lot. Rodgers will know he can't rely on Tierney to play every game, especially with a busy domestic and European calendar on the horizon. Tierney is back at the club where he made his name, and while his minutes will need to be managed, his desire to play remains strong. There's been some talk about whether he could follow Callum McGregor's lead and retire from international football to extend his club career, but former Celtic defender Charlie Mulgrew doesn't see that happening anytime soon. Mulgrew, who knows what it's like to deal with injuries while juggling club and international duties, believes Tierney's passion for playing for Scotland remains strong. This is what he had to say. I don't see him as that type of person, but as you get older, you probably get a bit wiser in your thinking. If that's something he might decide to do in the future, I don't know. I don't see him as that type of person. I think he's pretty passionate and he wants to be involved and play as many games as he can. I've been there before when I've had injuries. It doesn't stop you wanting to be involved with your country and your club. You'd need to ask him what he's thinking going forward with that. For me, he's the type of person who would like to play in as many games as he can play in, Mulgrew concluded. McGregor's decision to step away from Scotland duty at 31 was a big one and came after years of putting his body on the line. Tierney, still only 28, might not be at that stage just yet, even if his injury record suggests his minutes need to be watched. Rodgers will want to get the best out of Tierney without overloading him. With Greg Taylor looking set to leave and potential new signings coming in, there should be options to rotate. Keeping Tierney fit could be key to Celtic's plans next season, particularly in Europe, where his experience and quality will be vital. For now, though, it looks like Tierney remains committed to playing for both club and country, and it will be up to Rodgers to make sure he's managed in a way that allows him to do both. Lastly, Celtic look to be losing ground in the pursuit of Norwegian winger Sundrea, with Dutch side PSV reportedly now in pole position to land the Sarpsborg talent. The Hoops were first linked with Øyasæter back in December and talks were held in the months that followed. However, the Hoops never struck a deal with Sarpsborg, who have stood firm on their valuation. The initial fee was believed to be around £7 million, but according to TV Sport 2 in Norway, it could now take a bid in excess of £11 million to prize him away from the elite Syrian side. The 21-year-old has attracted attention after a standout 2023 campaign, playing every league game for Sarpsborg and scoring 6 times. He also featured regularly for Norway's under-21 side. This season, he's chipped in with a goal and 3 assists in 7 matches, despite missing time with a thigh injury. He's now fully fit. Interest in the winger has grown quickly. PSV have made a strong push for his signature and are said to be leading the chase. Øyasæter is reportedly open to a move to the Netherlands, with the Eredivisie seen as a league that suits his playing style. French club Lille are also monitoring the situation. Celtic have shown clear interest but may now face a tough decision. With PSV pressing ahead and Sarpsborg's asking price rising, Brendan Rodgers will need to decide whether to meet the valuation or turn to other targets. The winger fits the kind of profile Celtic are targeting for the wide areas, but with competition intensifying, the window for a deal may be closing fast. What are your thoughts on these? Let us know down in the comment section below. Make sure you've liked this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic contents.